The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 77 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
On first down, Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll set up a throw. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught at the 25. A first down and then some. 36 yards. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Panthers' 24-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. He completes it to Jones. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. 2nd and 2. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Panthers. 44 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Now a run with McCaffrey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And this one is right down the middle. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care. Level. You hit them, they go through.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Second and 13. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Taylor. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Throwing on 2nd down. Winston flushed out right. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Third and short yardage, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll drop to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
The second down pass. Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their...
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 53 yards. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 2nd and a yard, Winston. He'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
On first down, Taylor. A gain of 3, second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking deep for Julio. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
Brandon, what we just saw there is something we hear from coaches throughout the league. How are you going to defend what they call the moment of truth ball, meaning a 50-50? The ball's in the air, defenders there, receivers there. Who's going to make a play on the football? And in this case, the defensive guys actually got it done and knocked it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second and 6. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
He'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Smith. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I don't want to sound old or anything here, partner, but I remember the days in this situation where you just put the ball in the hands of a running back. Now, it could be anyone carrying the football to try and pick up a first down or a touchdown.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as his guys are able to regain the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll set up a throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
Man, nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. This one caught by Ridley. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Jones has it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I
think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Panthers' 18-yard line.
2nd and 9 now. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Jameis to throw it. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Check 50, check 50. Slip.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 17-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This is McCaffrey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
A big loss on the play brings up 2nd down.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that's a wrap.